Let's look at the defect. The TV turns on and then turns off by itself. The red indicator flashes red once and the TV starts up again. And after working for a few seconds, it turns off again. So friends, I took off the back cover of the TV. And I found that repairs had already been done here. I see that something very terrible has been done here. Now I will remove the board completely. There are many videos on the internet about this TV and everyone has the same problem. The flash memory stops working. I ordered a ready-made flash memory flashed with the required firmware and I already have it. Now I'll start replacing the flash memory. As you can see, the flash memory has already been changed. It is clear that everything was done very carelessly and dirty. Of course, we will take a detailed look under the microscope. It seems that I see damaged tracks on the board. Let's take the board out of the TV. Let's see what we have here. The previous repairman did his job very poorly. Look at the condition of the tracks and the flux that hasn't been washed off. Several pins are not soldered to the board at all. It's better to avoid such a service center. Let me clean the flux off now and look at the damage to the board again. The repairman not only tore off the board tracks, but also managed not to solder the flash memory completely. Look how the leg wobbles. Perhaps the chip is intact. You can try to solder it. Ideally you need to remove it and see what's underneath. First, I'll try to remove the torn off legs and start the TV again, in order to understand whether the flash memory is working. Unfortunately, soldering did not help. Now the torn tracks are clearly visible. Most likely the master when desoldering this chip did not heat the chip enough and tore out the pads together with the chip. Now we need to figure out whether the torn legs are tied to other components or they are idle. We remove the chip and let the board cool down, then clean it from flux. Then we will see what to do with the tracks. Important tracks are not damaged. Idle tracks were torn off. We were lucky. I will solder the flash memory using a soldering iron. Of course, it will take much longer, but the installation will be much safer and better. We apply flux to the tracks in order to remove all the solder from here. Then we take the copper braid and apply flux to it as well. Then, using a soldering iron, we collect all the solder. Now we clean off the flux, monitoring the process under a microscope. I take the smallest solder balls. They are very convenient for soldering. In general, these balls are intended for soldering BGA microcircuits. In my case, I take one ball per leg. I soldered the outer leg of the chip, and now I will do the same on the back side so that the flash memory sits exactly in its place. I will press a little on the flash memory to press it tightly to the board. Everything is fine. Now it has nowhere to go. We begin to solder the entire chip. Done. Clean it from flux and try to install it on the TV. Guys, let's try to turn on the TV. Let's see the result. Well, the TV turned on and now it won't turn off. The problem was in the flash memory. I already checked. It stood on for about 5 minutes and didn't turn off. So it's been checked and everything works. I hope the video was useful. Subscribe to the channel and good luck with your repair.